Virat Kohli had to step down as a captain. Why? Number one, the pressure builds up so much that he's not been able to focus on captaincy, managing his team versus his own performance. This is a very important stage in a career life cycle of an employee. Why? Because now that you have developed some skills, you have spent about 2 to 3 years under the introduction stage, you are now at the verge of growing. The growth happens on two major pillars. One is the growth of self. That means to say, have you developed yourself as a good communicator, as a good leader, as a good manager? Have you upskilled yourself with an MBA to understand how management works, how people work, how operations and other departments of an organization works? If you have fulfilled your identity as a complete manager, you are bound to stay and you would be the best choice for the next management or a leadership role. So do not waste your time in gossiping or wasting your time in doing odd jobs. Focus on building this career, because this is a do or die situation, because you will be spending the next 4 to 8 years of your life in this growth stage where you would be tested. You will be under the middle management level. So you have just finished the introduction level, you're no more the fresher, so there's no breathing space for you. So you've been given a lot of responsibility, a lot of people management, a lot of targets, a lot of clients and so on and so forth. You would be in this, and if you do not grasp this opportunity, upskill yourself, learn some new skills, learn the tricks and trade of that industry, and try and see if you could be the best in that industry. If not in your own company, the competition is looking at you. The competition knows who is performing and who is not performing. So you are definitely going to be at a positive green zone where your job could be very, very secured. Don't miss out on this. A very important example यहाँ पे याद आता है कि you would have seen the career of how Virat Kohli excelled from an under-19 captain to winning the under-19 World Cup, then coming into the Indian team and playing the one international and test player. Then he got chance to represent our country as a captain, and he completed close to about 3 or 4 years after Mahendra Singh Dhoni retired, right? So now, within a short duration of not even one full World Cup of 4 to 5 years, Virat Kohli had to step down as a captain. Why? Number one, the pressure builds up so much that he's not been able to focus on captaincy, managing his team versus his own performance. And there are different formats of the game. T20 game alag temperament ka hota hai, one day international requires some other temperament, and test match is a different ball game altogether. Similarly, when you are put into this stage, you are either going to grow higher in terms of your maturity and get to the level of where the pyramid is going to be a little more shorter, because this zone of yours is completed. You are getting shorter, the competition is getting tighter. It is very hard for you to stay on, and these are the people who have lost their jobs during the pandemic. Why? Because number one, they come with experience. Obviously the companies pays them quite a big sum of salary, so it's a very difficult situation. If you're not the best of the best, it's very hard to retain that top spot. So at this maturity level, the only thing that can save you is, number one, you have to inculcate the intrapreneur skills that you need to manage with respect to your seniors as well as your subordinates. How good a people's person are you? How good are you driving those people to reach their targets and profitability for the company? This people management skills come to you not just with experience, but also getting accustomed to different courses, specialized leadership courses. This is the best time. Sometimes the companies offer you courses funded by the company, but पोस्ट पैंडमिक ये अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ बहुत ही कम कंपनियों ने कंटिन्यू किया है. यू हैव टू बी अ सब्जेक्ट मैटर एक्सपर्ट. You need to understand that you need to upskill in that zone. If you're a finance guy, you need to understand in and out about local finance, international finance, sector finance, and so on and so forth. If you're a marketing guy, you need to understand how the transformation is happening from traditional marketing to digital marketing. And if you're not able to understand how data works, how people work, how different genres of your customers are changing every day with mobile phone being in everybody's hand, if you're not able to foresee what the new future trends are, you might lose that edge to retain your position and get a promotion. So remember the story of Virat Kohli. There are many examples like that. You are in a very, very crazy zone. You might be in your mid-30s, family problem ho sakta hai. You might be having elderly parents to take care of. You must be in debt and loans to repay, the housing loan and a car loan and the personal loan. You might have just got married. You would have had a lot of expenses. But this is a very crucial do or die situation for many of them. If you stick on to this 30 to 40 age category, and if you know exactly that extra push or extra hard work can really make or break your career, because most of them quit in this area. So they get into the comfort zone. They just settle down under that carpet of the corporate ladder, and they don't want to get noticed in the management. They don't want to take a bigger responsibility. I know a lot of friends who have rejected promotions because not just the highest salary, but it comes with a lot of pressure. So please try and understand that if you have to build yourself, you have to sit inside the cooker. If you want to get the meat cooked well, you have to get under that pressure. That is your test. You get my point? So that's a very important stage that you will have to qualify. This unfortunately is not one of my favorite positions, but most of them who have lost their jobs have either saturated and they are now heading towards a decline zone. Why? Number one, age problem. They are losing their hair, like how I've lost my hair, and they want to quit the corporate job and do something on their own, and so on and so forth. They have a family to take care of, loans to pay off, politics in the office, pressure at family and relationships. All these things are middle life crises which most of the men and women in the age of 30s to 40s face. If you are able to control this, fix this up with dedicated learning. Remember, your learning and upgradation is the only way forward. Your learning and upgradation is the only way forward for you to sustain saturation and decline. This is gold. This is the stage where you will have to upskill yourself. You will have to choose a scenario or a zone which will be valuable to your experience and knowledge. You can jump into a smaller company, no problem. You can jump into a different sector altogether, no problem. But ensure that whatever you have learned in the last 8 to 12 years or 15 years of your life does not go waste. You can definitely start something on your own too, provided you have a 6 months to 1 year of monetary, financial, mental, and health in your bucket. That is the most important time in this saturation period. And of course, the last stage is all about decline. You might be in your late 30s or 40s. Those days when you were in college, you and I were in college, we would say that काम कर लेंगे, पैसा कमा लेंगे. At 40 we are going to retire. Unfortunately, the world is mean. You don't retire. Mr. Ratan Tata, even in his 80s, is not going to retire. Amitabh Bachchan in his late 70s is not retiring. Ambanis are not retiring. They are continuing to work till their last breath. Why? Because they are giving their best every day. And finally, the decline stage. You would not like to be in a position where somebody tells you, thank you so much for your services, you can pack your bags and leave. Prepare yourself well enough. Try and see if you can quit your job and try and see if you can add value to a particular stream where you can take care of your finances, your health, and your family life. That is what matters the most. I've seen a lot of people who've got great money at the same time not at the best of their health, both mentally and physically. So it's very important that you do not waste your energy in chasing things which are not going to last for long. Take care of your health, take care of your mental health, take care of your family, and try and see how best you can develop yourself into a skilled person rather than just look out for a meager job, right? I wish this pandemic gets away from each and everybody. I wish you a great and successful career, and I wish you felt the worth of spending your time on this video. If you do share this and do drop a comment about what is it that you would want to know more about with respect to MBA, careers, and startup. This is Kumel Karmani signing off. Take care. Have a blessed day. See you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.